morning to you and welcome. This is Money Monday. My name is Angela Kabete, and this is where we get to talk about matters to do with finance and business, as well give you the strategies and the tips on how you can become a better person and also financially independent in the future. Let's say you're a day-to-day person aspiring to have a business, you are an entrepreneur, you want to grow and go to another level, you are an investor asking yourself, what are the best strategies that I can use? Well, you are in the right place. Make sure that you get to share that link with friends and family, and Wambi, it's another time to learn matters to do with finance and business so that we can grow each and every day. And today on this edition of Money Monday, we're talking about something that is really interesting, something that is going, I believe, and it's going to be transformative to you as a person. And today I'm talking about that is legacy investment, that is building wealth that outlives you, something long-lasting, something sustainable, because we all want wealth, but there are a few things that we need to do. And according to statistics, and that is the World Wealth Report in 2024, only 30% of wealthy families are able to transfer their wealth successfully to the next generation. And by the third generation, nearly 90% of family wealth is lost. And in addition to that, in Kenya, a 2023 study that shows that that is 70% of the SMEs collapse within the 5 years, largely because the founders don't put structures in place for succession. And globally, the ultra-rich people like, that is Warren Buffett, we have people like Elon Musk, we have people like Jeff Bezos, focus not only building that is companies, but also creating systems, trust, and foundations that continue working working beyond a lifetimes, things that stay, things that are long lasting. And the people that I've just mentioned, people like Warren Buffett, and we have that is he built and pledged that is 99% of his wealth to philanthropy, ensuring that his money impacts lives even when he's gone. We have people like Aliko Dangote, African richest man, and a richest man with investment in cement, that is sugar, and agriculture that are structured for future generations, something that is long lasting, that's something that is impacting people. And so let me ask you, as a day-to-day person, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, let's ask ourselves this question: are you building wealth for comfort for today, or a legacy that will speak for you long after you're gone? Please tafakari haya, but as you think about that, today we're going to understand matters to do with legacy investment in details, because I'm joined with an amazing guest. He's full of wisdom, and not only wisdom, real experience when it comes to matters to do with finance, wealth, on how to manage it, risk management, and everything. That his name is John Munga, and help me introduce him to the show. A very good morning to you.
Morning to you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You're well?
Thanks. I'm well.
We are honored to have you today.
Thank you.
And please say hi to our viewers and tell them what you do.
Thank you, viewers. My name is John Munga. I'm a financial advisor working with a company called ICLI. Yes. Thank you.
And now let me start by asking you, I want to hear your perspective when it comes to matters to do with legacy investment. Most people think legacy is for billionaires. Do you also agree with that?
I don't think so.
And why?
It's because that legacy is something that maybe you'd wish to enjoy it when even the time that you're not there, and also leave it to the your future generations to come. So that's what, to my understanding. But it's that we've seen many rich people, they've been in this situation for a longer time. So it shows that in life, these people have been with money. So many people think that legacy is about those people who make it, but it is something that it was started long time ago. Look at their background and what they did. They started slowly and to what they have today. So it's a process, a continuous process towards what someone wants to leave to his future generation.
Okay, so it is a process.
Yes.
And it means that this process requires a few things. Are there things that are required so that you can make it long-lasting, sustainable as well?
Yeah, I think so, because you need sometimes to have discipline in terms of that. You also need to proper planning in terms of what you want to achieve in that future that you want, or rather the legacy you want to leave to your future generation. And also people that you also need some people to walk with you the journey, because it's very important to have some people. Yes.
And you have mentioned planning.
Yes.
When you talk about planning, do you talk about only finance or generalize?
Not really, because you planning, it means it's actually all round, because planning means you have to sit down, you have to come up with a roadmap of what you want to be in that near future, what you want to achieve in that near future. You also need to, invite some few people to come and discuss. Some people will also be your business partner in terms of reaching that goal, because even if you see those rich people, in one way or another, they had people who hold their hands to be what they are today. Yes.
So we need people.
Yes.
Actually, you have reminded me talking about people. I was listening to Elon Musk this morning. Na alikuwa anasema that you need people who are like-minded with you.
Exactly.
People who have the same vision just like you. Is it easy to get these people?
Well, it's not easy, but maybe I could say maybe you identify them. It's a long run thing that as you meet with them, as you socialize with your friends, you just come to realize, oh, this person, I think we can go together. This person, I think we can work together in terms of what I'm thinking, and at the same time seeing that what you're also doing or she's talking about or you're sharing with him or her, maybe it can add value to what you want to be, and also you can partner yourself together and now walk the journey.
Wow.
Yes.
And in addition to that, what do you think many people prioritize that is the short-term gains over the long-term legacy? Why? Could it be because they don't have millions to build wealth?
I think in terms of short-term and long-term, depends with the need of the person.
Okay,
because in life, there are things that we need to do them short-term, depending with what the needs, and also long-term. Now for the generation that we're talking about, for the legacy now that we're talking about. Yes, because there are things that you need to do in the next 5 years. Then there are also things that you need to do more than 10 years or beyond. Yes.
In now talking about that, help us understand on matters to do with the planning, that is the short-term and the long-term goals. How do we go about that?
So that one depends with the need of an individual. Maybe I want to, let's say, I want to do a building, or rather I want to become a large-scale farmer, or rather there's something else that is really pressuring someone he wants to achieve in the next near future. So you have to really sit down with yourself, come up with a strategy, and also trying to see where you want to go. So that one, it means that you have to really think and invite few people to really help you, because short-term and long-term, short-term is not that something that you can just sit and compare it with long-term. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about that, now this brings that aspect here, mindset, especially for those people who focus only on the short-term goals. What kind of mindset shift do they need so that they can also focus on the long-term as well?
Yes, it means maybe in this, because you see in school we are never taught on the matters concerning money and also things to do with legacy. We just find it ourselves as we continue with this journey of life. So sometimes somebody might think that maybe I might wish to achieve, or rather once he achieves something for a short term, he thinks that's the end of it. But again, the other things that are coming along the way, because for instance, let's assume this is a young person and maybe he wanted to achieve or to have, let's say, many young people like cars, okay? maybe somebody has achieved that, we call it the short term. He has achieved to get maybe, let's say, a Lamborghini, but at the same time he's forgetting that this person need to get married, this person will have family, this person, this that future to come. There's a proper planning. Children are going to go to school, stuff like that.
Wait, you mean that even a young person, let's say for example at the age of 22, when planning, you're supposed to have those things in your mind?
Yeah, you have to, because you see, we are seeing that future, and that future starts today. So once you start thinking about short term, you also need to plan about long term, because they work together. Yes.
Well, I love the way you're bringing out. So for our viewers, as you have heard, we have been told that you don't need millions to make wealth. You don't need billions to build a legacy. All that you need is discipline and consistency. Please interact with us. What are you learning? So glad to hear from you. That is on 0799 200 100. And now let's talk about that is the wealth of vehicles when it comes to building legacy and investment. We have things like businesses, real estates. We have that is insurance and trust investments as well. Which investment vehicle do you believe is the strongest when it comes to creating that is generational wealth?
Yes, there are different types of investment depending with the kind of dream someone has. And I can say that's why we are discussing about short term and long term, because there are investment maybe someone wants to do, like let's say someone is a farmer. He's starting as let's say starting with 2 cows. He wants to do dairy, but in the future he's planning to become a large scale farmer. So that one depends with the need and the dreams of what someone is carrying. Yes. So
that is what determines.
Yes.
And let's start with the young people. Which kind of wealth vehicle investments would you advise them to start with?
Yeah, to the young people, I'd wish to them to start thinking about the issue concerning money matters in terms of investment, whereby when you have, you can start with the little money that you can achieve, as low as even 50 bob.
50 bob?
Yes.
That sounds so little.
People will see, so it's very little. But at the long run, you'll find that you've made some money somewhere that will help you to achieve your goals. Start with something very little. Yes.
You can give us the how to do that.
Okay, the how means there are means of ways of investment. Some people might think to do with the banks, because we have what we call fixed accounts. Some will think of doing what we call insurance in terms of savings. Some may think to do in terms of, even some are trying to put some money in the houses. But I'll not advise on the, keeping the money under the mattress, because that money cannot add any value. But the only place I'll suggest to the young people is things to do with the investment in terms of money market, investment, short term and long term. We do also have such things, and also trying to think of maybe some wants to farm. So start with 1 goat. It's also a way of investment. In the long run, you've started with 1 goat, maybe in the long run, in 10 years time, you'll be having a lot of ships.
It sounds like it requires a lot of discipline.
Yes, discipline is the key. Yes,
especially
and focus. Yes,
focus as well.
Yeah. And
when it comes to that, is you have mentioned something to do with the fixed accounts. When it comes to investment and the accounts, the fixed account. When do you advise a person to take a fixed account?
I'll suggest to a person to take as early as he's earning, in terms of in case you're making even a shilling, start investing immediately. If you're getting 10 shilling, then think about doing around 30% of it. Yes. And
at what situation or circumstance ndio utambia mtu, because of the need that you have, you can take a fixed account? What determines the kind of account to take?
Yes, what determines is that I've said earlier is about the dreams that someone has and the roadmap towards to which someone wants to take, and also to realize that dream. So it requires this person to really have a proper planning and a proper way of saving, because and also a way of not really getting that money, because you know, people might say they are saving, but at the same time you can access the money. So another way of saving, or rather investment or investing, is that you invest somewhere where you can get the money back. Yes,
where you
until a
can
certain
get
period of
the
time.
money back.
Yes,
you can't get
the money back. Yes, until a certain period of time. Yes.
Okay, and you have mentioned that is matters to do with insurance and
Yes.
trust fund. Why do many people shy away from that? Because that's another thing.
Thank you. Is that I think in Africa, I can say that in Africa, that matters concerning investments, I can call them even insurance and stuff, it's like a new thing to us. But when you go to places like Europe, you find those things are, I mean, it's like a day in, day out thing. So you have to do it because it's the way they've been brought up when they were in school, and they were taught how to save and also how to take care about themselves. Yes, in terms of security and stuff. Yes.
Also, can you say it's because people don't have an understanding of how this can be beneficial to them?
Yes, that's also another thing called civic education. Many people don't know about that. They think that if you start investing with maybe a certain institution or a certain place, the money will get lost and stuff, just because they don't have the information. Yes.
And because they don't have the information, that is why they should take, that is, for example, the insurance funds and how these tools can secure their future.
Yes.
Apart from the need, enlighten us more on how this is beneficial to a day-to-day person.
Yeah, it's important because you realize doing such a certain investment is whereby that you started saving towards a certain goal or a certain dream. Then in the long run, you also carry some other benefits, like for instance, things to do with your own life, in terms of security, in terms of health, and in terms of what I can say, other benefit that can walk along the journey as you walk towards your dream. Yes.
And before we go for a short break,
Yes.
let's talk about that is in Kenya. Which industries and opportunities are promising, that is for long-term wealth building?
Yeah, I've
According
seen some, but unfortunately, that according to the economy and how the industry what's happening in Kenya is that most industry companies are closing. But of course, we do have some that are really promising. I've seen one like Menengai, it's really promising, and others that I've seen that are coming up. For instance, companies like flower farms. I've seen a lot of flower farms coming up, and I think they've really employed so many young people, and of course, they have big numbers in those places. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And before we go for a break, that is, let's talk about matters to do with succession planning, especially, and responsibility as well. Why do you think many businesses collapse after the founder passes away?
Yes, that's very it's a concern to me. I've seen so many companies going down, and I've also realized that it's also a wake-up call to those people that maybe are just thinking that since that my dad left, our parent left the company to us, it's all about us to take care of the company. Sometimes that's why most companies, they go down, because now when it comes to such a situation, succession needs an extra person. For instance, can you give an example? Like for instance, a supermarket like Tuskys. Tuskys was a very, very promising company, and they had employed a lot of people. But now when the dad passed, or the owner passed, it becomes an issue to the family. And I think I've seen something that I was just also learning from now Naivas, because they've seen what Tuskys did. I think they implied something very, very important. They included a third-party person who's not from the family, and who again, I think they sold to the person 60%. So you see, additional of a third-party person, it really helps you to propel and also to continue with that dreams, and make sure that that legacy will never go down.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll go for a short break, and for our viewers, please talk to us on our social media handles, that is on Facebook and YouTube. Tell us, when it comes to matters to do with legacy investment, what have you learned? Be so glad to hear from you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the short break. Money Monday, your go-to show for financial tips and strategies on how you can become a better person, and also give you strategies on how you can grow as a business person and become financially independent in the future. And today we're talking about a topic that is very interesting and transformative as well. That is legacy investment, building wealth that outlives you. And in the first segment, at least tumelewa that legacy isn't about how much money you make. It's about creating wealth that outlives you and impact generations, and building a name that cannot be erased. And now on this segment, we're going to understand more on how this works for you as a day-to-day person and entrepreneur. And I'm back with my guest. His name is John Munga, a financial advisor. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
And I love the way you helped us understand what we mean by this term legacy investment in the first segment.
Yeah.
And now in this session, let's address those the entrepreneurs, the people who have businesses and any startups, and again the hustlers with visions to become great entrepreneurs in the future. And entrepreneurs naturally think beyond today, as you said in the first session. And you say, but the key thing is to build a structure that outlives them. Then what mindset do they need for an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I also think entrepreneurs, as someone wants to start a business, you also need to get to know those who've been in the business before.
Okay.
What did they do to be what they are today? And what are the steps that they took to make sure that they never go down, or rather their business is still in business, or rather they're still in business. Yes, so you have to learn from what other people are doing, and also to understand how is the market, and again also how the world is going in terms of dollar and stuff.
Wow, so it means you need to be updated of everything that is happening. That is by doing research.
Yes.
I love that. And in addition to that, what are the wealth vehicles that the entrepreneurs need to build that is a long-term thing?
Yeah, in terms of building an entrepreneur, you have to really come up with one. What's the dream that you want to achieve? Is it let me say, you want to start a shop? What kind of a shop you want to start, and maybe what amount of money you require, and what are other things that are needed for you to start the business. So you have to have some writings in terms of, I want to have this, I want to have this, like license, like water, like rent, like vicinity of the place where maybe you might have a lot of walk-in. So those are the things that you need to put in place first, as you think across of how you're going to get the money, or rather the little that you have to start the business.
Okay.
Yes.
And talking about the wealth vehicles, can you say that that is reinvesting profit into long-term assets like land and properties? Is that a wealth vehicle as well?
It is, because if you stayed with those people who made it, you find that they are doing different things. They're doing so many things. Some are long term, some are short term. Yes, because you find, I've stayed with friends of mine, and I've seen also learning from them on what they are doing, is that you find they have businesses that are long term, some things are short term, and also how to mitigate between long term and short term. Yes, in terms of what they want to achieve. Yes.
Are there more wealth vehicles for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, there are more. There are more depending with what is the really roadmap of what you want to achieve. There are so many, but also it depends with one person to the other one. But according to what I've seen is that most successful people have tried so many things. Some failed along the way, but to them, the ones that worked, they really worked, and it's still working with them.
Probably you can mention a few that is the wealth vehicles would appreciate generally.
Yeah, there's issue to do with buying land. There's issue to do with buying bonds. There's issue to do things like infrastructure bonds, or other fixed accounts, or other what I can call, farming. those are also opportunities, because you have to really think all round of what you want to achieve. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I hope our viewers, you're taking notes on the
Yeah,
on what
there's also things to do with the, doing real estates, things like that, building houses, and now currently many young people, I'm seeing them doing Airbnb, which is really doing very good in the business. Yes.
So those are the wealth vehicles that
Yes.
any person aspiring to be an entrepreneur or a hustler with a vision can take note of.
Yeah. Some even are thinking to do with the forex. Some are doing, online jobs. They're still vehicles. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. And now let's talk about that is for professionals, people like doctors, lawyers, teachers. These are people who are employed.
Yes.
And it means that them being professionals, they trade time for money. But how can they turn their skills into long-term wealth? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's very much possible.
How?
And I think they also have, once you have what you call an income, this is whereby you can use the same income to create more income in terms of long term. Because one, this person will retire in one way or another. This person will need to have a home. Maybe he's renting or she's renting. And also the children are coming. Maybe you need to leave now what you're calling the legacy. So we have to plan as we walk. We also plan walk the journey towards realizing the goals and that legacy. Yes.
And because they trade time for money, is there another mindset shift that they need? Let's say, for example, not relying on salary and having multiple streams of income?
Yes, because there are many ways they can do in terms of, maybe you're earning, let's say, a certain amount of money. You need to set aside some few coins for that future to come. Maybe the time that you not be working, what will be working for you. So you have to plan that. And then also, you must also start thinking about what that future will be. Because maybe you have children who are men, maybe, for instance, you need to leave them something as maybe you continue your age. So it's a process, and you have to have a real plan on what someone wants to achieve. Maybe some people want to do building, they want to leave legacy as building, someone to do legacy as land, someone to do legacy as money. Yes. So there are vehicles where someone can use to reach that goal in terms of investing certain amount of money, in terms of putting the money in money markets, those, as I said, bonds and stuff. Yes.
Wow. And because you've mentioned those are some of the wealth vehicles for professionals, especially for people who are employed, why would you advise someone to take the retirement accounts and the bonds, as you've said?
Because it's very important. These are money that you cannot really, if you need them, you cannot reach them apart from money market, which is day in, day out business. But some others, like fixed account, these are money that you just proper planning for the, maybe let's say 15, 20, 25 years to come. So that's the time they're going to access the money. And of course, there's also the money where you invest, you get more interest because that money is being used to create more money. So it's a generational wealth that you're trying to create for that future to come. Yes.
And also, you have mentioned that you need to have something that works for you. What do you mean by that?
I mean, this is a dream that someone is carrying in his or her heart towards what someone wants to call a legacy. And this one, okay, it varies from one person to the other one in terms of what they want to achieve. Some will be short term, some will be long term. But these are things that when you sit down, maybe at that age, maybe you're in 60, 70, you will say, truly, I did something and it really worked. Now I'm eating from what I planted. Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. And let's talk about the businesses people, the established traders, and also the investors. And business people, some of them already have resources.
Yes.
But legacy depends on how they structure them. Talking about the structure, what is needed?
Okay. Yes. What really I can say about that is that they already have, let's say they have money, and they want maybe to look on ways of how they're gonna, add more value in that account, in that money, or rather they have got assets. They want to create more assets. These are just ways that they need to look how to maintain them now, in terms of leaving the legacy, in terms of taking what we call trust, and also things that can really protect that wealth. If either they are there or they are not there. Yes.
And you're talking about assets. How would you advise someone or a day-to-day person, or even those are the business people, wakuwe na assets mingi? How can they build more assets and like having more liabilities?
Yes, assets are built, it's, as I said earlier, it's a process whereby when you start something, like for instance, you stay, or rather you've seen how these successful people are doing. They are doing so many things, trying to see which one works, and the ones that works, they really propel with them, so that they can also start building something else. You find someone who's got, someone is a farmer, and at the end of it all, the end product of it, he has an hotel. So you see, that's 100% what he's earning, or rather the money is making. So it's just additional value of where you are and what you want to be. Yes.
Wow, I love that part that you've said, addition of value.
Yes.
And let me connect with this. For entrepreneurs, how can they add value to their businesses to make sure that it continue to impact people and at the same time it's sustainable and long lasting?
Yes, as I said, continuation of value means someone needs to get to know how the market is trending, and also what are other competitors doing in terms of, you know, so that you can be at par with them, and also what is things that are coming new. Like for instance, AI. How can AI help you as an additional value to your business? Maybe you can start doing even WhatsApp business. You know, there are some things that you need to add in your business that can really help you to really reach many people and also to propel. Yes.
So talking about AI, according to you, how do you think the business people can use it and to make sure that it impacts their business as well?
One, you can use it to really sell your product in terms of to diversify, to reach so many people, both young and old, because you can see now the new technology, the way it's coming, the one embracing this technology, many of them are young people. And also, it's also a way of the elderly needs now to start embracing the new technology, so that for those who got businesses, they can help them to propel their businesses by just getting to understand what is this AI and how can it help my business. Yes.
Wow. And let me ask, many businesses, according to statistics, as I had read before, many businesses in Africa, they collapse in the second and the third generation. What could be the problem, or what are the mistakes that the business people are making, or the entrepreneurs?
I think one, the dream career died, or the one who had the dream is no longer there. So the one who are left with the dreams, they don't know what to do now with what is there. Because you see, like for instance, if you see I can say many different tribes, like for instance, if you can study Kikuyu, for instance, most of them, they don't bring their children close to their business. So the time that they are leaving, this is the time that now they're starting involving their children, where they didn't know where the dad started, or the parents started this business.
They don't understand the
they
vision.
don't. So you find them where now when the owner of the dream passes, or now let's assume is still alive but is very old. Now they start bringing wars, because you find some wants to the property to be sold so that they can share equally. You know, they're not really dream careers. So you find this is the time that they need a third person who can help them to reach, or rather to maintain that business to the future generation. Yes.
But now this feels like it is discouraging those people who have embraced being sole proprietors in businesses and in companies as well. And to the sole proprietors, what are the practical steps that they can take to grow their areas for leadership?
Yeah, one thing I also understand is that people need to continue learning, because once you're left with such a situation, like for instance the dream career has gone, you need also to start learning how did maybe for instance the business started, where are we and where do we want to go. By that I mean you also need to also try to see as a family, or rather as the one left for the wealth. How can we make sure that we protect this wealth to help us in the near future and the future to come? So there are some things that people need to understand. This is why that you also need to bring those people in. They've been in such a business, at least to ask for advice, and also for just to be to share what they did, and maybe in such a situation, what can you do? Yes.
And now that brings that aspect of mentorship, right?
Yes,
and
mentorship.
why it's needed in business.
Yes. Very, very important.
And do every business person need a mentor?
Yeah, they do. Because,
do you have one?
Yes, I do. Of course,
Okay.
I do. Yes, I do. Because it's very important to have a mentor. This is the person that maybe is just holding your hands towards you have a dream, and to realize how can you do, or rather what can you do to be what you want, or rather where you want to go.
Okay.
Yes.
And talking about money, beyond now money itself, what are the values that business people should pass to ensure continuity of legacy? Because if you look at the rich people, the billionaires, they also they make sure that they leave something behind. Let me give an example with that is Dr. Miles, that is Munroy.
Yes.
I hope I may pronounce vizuri. He was a leadership Munro. Okay.
Yes.
He was a leadership coach, and he left behind books and teachings that continue to impact millions and generations. So for a business person, what are you supposed to do beyond money to make sure that you impact?
I think one is also, as you mentioned about those people, it's also to read their books. Reading is also very important, because it's really broaden your mind, and seeing actually where you want to go, and what these people did for them to be what they are today. Yes.
Okay.
That's one.
That is one. Are there more?
Yeah, there are more.
You can mention.
Because another one is that really focusing on what you want to be. Because even if you read to those Warren Buffett and stuff, Pepe Minambo, excuse me, your dream is calling you. They tried so many things. The one who did the filaments, they did so many things. But the fact was, they did so many things. Some worked, some didn't work. But for those that worked, they really focus and they propel with them until what they are today.
So to those who have tried many times and nothing is working, what should they focus on?
They should not lose hope, because in success, even if you read those books, there's no one has ever been successful on only one thing. They tried so many things, but along the way, they realized what they were called for, and that's what they are today. Yes.
And on that part of realizing what you're called for, and let's say, for example, I'm an entrepreneur, I've tried many things, and hajajua bado what they are called for. What are they supposed to do?
I think one is to sit with a little bit, again, to sit with the people who are older kidogo towards your age. Then they can be able to help you to tell you, really, are you in the right path, or there's something you're doing wrong? Okay. Like for instance, if staying with the same peer, your age mates all the time, they cannot really help you, because most of the things they'll be thinking is the things just around here. But when you stay with someone who's older kidogo than you, then that person you'll be seeing the way he thinks it's not the way you're thinking. Yes. And if in case you have something, you can ask him for advice. I think he might not mislead you. Yes.
Even for the professionals, let's say, for example, they have stayed in the industry of entrepreneurship for 5 years.
Yeah.
They need people like those.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, because there's no one who doesn't need another person. Because we always say that if you're achieving towards, let me say, I was dreaming to drive. It doesn't mean when I get the car, that's the end of it. No, I need again to maybe think about doing a yacht. Okay, maybe after I got a yacht, I think about buying an aeroplane. You know, so life and entrepreneurship is about continuation. Because once you achieve this, you say, tick, I've achieved this, let me continue. But remember, the point is the legacy. Yes.
What about those people who get to a point of satisfaction or a comfort zone? Is that okay?
I would say, really, that's not okay. But this is somewhere, but someone maybe have thought, I've achieved this. Maybe is trying to think. I mean, I call them they're in comfort zone, because achieving something doesn't mean that you cannot achieve more. So achievement should be a continuous thing, because in life, the more you achieve, the more things you you need to have. Yes.
And the more you need to learn.
That's
right?
why so many rich people, there's no any rich people tell you that is enough. Even Warren Buffett, they're still looking for money.
Yeah.
Even Bill Gates is still looking for money.
And they have money.
Why? So it's a because no one would wish to go back where they came from.
Okay.
So that's why you should not be in comfort zone. Because, for instance, once you're in comfort zone, situation comes. Let's assume maybe you are a farmer. And you are a large-scale farmer. Maybe let's say you've done maize, or rather potatoes. And a certain period of time, maybe something has happened. Like, for instance, the mist. Like, so you see, when I was coming here, there was a lot of mist today. So you find all your crops, they've burned. What do you do? And that's actually what you really believed in. So you need to diversify, and again, really think outside the box, because comfortability really doesn't add value. It's a continuous process. You need to achieve more. Once you achieve this, then continue achieving more. Yes, that's what rich people are doing.
Wow.
Yes.
And talking about adding value, let's say, for example, a person who is hustling, or a hustler with a vision to have this kind of shop or dive into the world of entrepreneurship, wameshafungua hii biashara. Does that mean it's the end of it?
It is not the end of it, because especially hustlers, I've seen now young people coming together, wanashikana wawili watatu. Now they start thinking about, now we have this dream, what can we do? What strength do you have? It's called SWOT analysis. What threats and opportunities that are there? Can we hold hands and realize our dream? And I've seen some very good example. I've seen them doing they're doing butchery, and I admire them. Now they've opened 10 of them. Imagine they started with one, and this butchery has really helped them to achieve. Now they have, I think, 4 or 5 buildings, rental houses.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
And as we wind up, we have 33 minutes. Let me ask you, do you believe everyone, regardless of their income, can build legacy? Even a person who is earning 5,000 shillings in a month?
Yes. Because depends with what someone wants to see, that dream. But the little that you have, you need to save a certain amount of it. Because if you save a little by little, the next maybe certain period of time, you realize the money that you saved really will add value to you that time that maybe you don't have strength, or rather you're old and stuff. So that's they say in Kikuyu that wedhore ukuru, ati in Kiswahili we say ujana unakula uzee, ama uzee unakula ujana. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are the misconceptions that people have about wealth, and probably that is what is hindering them from building a legacy?
One is fear. I think one is fear, because people think that once you're wealthy, you're going, people come start disturbing you, they start asking you about money. And another one is also, people think that the ones that they've got the wealth is that they were born with it. No, they were not born with it. They just find themselves in a certain situation. Either they brought the wealth down, or rather they continue with the legacy. It depends. Yes.
Probably kuna yenye waliendelea nayo na kuna yenye wanaanza kutengeneza.
A good example is like if you see Hindus, what they do. Hindus include their kids in their businesses. Hata kama mtoto ni daktari, you find that mtoto akitoka shule, he'll be selling hardware.
Yeah.
Because they believe as much as you have the skills, they are thinking about, what if you don't get that job? What if something happen, ukose hiyo kazi? What will happen? So you go back to your father's business and continuation. And what if they are old, they can't even see, the parents? What will happen? So already the son knows how to run the business. And unlike now, the rest of us, we don't include our children in our businesses. We don't include them when things are
bad.
Things are bad.
Okay.
Yes.
Because time is up, what is that one thing you wish your younger self knew when it comes to matters to do with legacy and investment?
Yes, I just seen people leaving legacy, and I admired how they do it, especially those who are doing it right, so that it can help the future generation, because they believe, or rather they see, even if they are no longer there, the children, the wealth will be left to the 4th generation, same as what the Bible says, that a wise person is the one who leaves to his future generations wealth. Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you so much for availing yourself for the show.
Thank you.
And you've been of great that is impact to us, to me and our viewers as well. And we're looking forward to having you more on the show.
Thank you so much.
For our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in for this segment. That is Money Monday, your go-to show for financial tips, strategies on how you can become a great and a better business person and also financially independent in the future. Today we were talking about that is legacy investment, building wealth that outlives you. Not remember, wealth is not only about money. Sometimes it's about impacting lives and creating wealth that impacts generations and building a name that cannot be erased. So are you building wealth? What are you doing as a day-to-day person, as an entrepreneur, as a professional? Are you building wealth? That's a question that you're supposed to ask yourself. Please interact with me. That is in the comment section. That is on 0799 200 100. Drop that is your message to Ambia. What have you learned? I'll be so glad to hear from you. Just a reminder that we'll be having the Ladies of Nobility Conference that will be starting today at Mizpah Press Center. Inaanza leo. Akina dada inaanza leo. The wait is over. We're prepared. The heavens are opened. The servants of God are already here to make sure that your life will never be the same again. For more information, please contact 07-277 66553. Till next time, may God bless you abundantly as you purpose to attend that the Ladies of Nobility Conference. Bye-bye.